let's just take a look at what Fox News had to say about the crypto markets. Fox News had something to say about the crypto markets, saying there's going to be more pain. They had an expert come on the show to give his input on it with Morning with Maria. And it was quite interesting the way that it all went. Some of the content I agree with. What's more interesting is how it went overall and what the messaging behind it all was. So let's just take a look at what Fox News had to say about the crypto markets. Here we go.
Welcome back. Several crypto firms reportedly cautioning that thousands of digital currencies and blockchains are likely to collapse in the coming years. Comparing the market.
Okay, so just before stopping right there, just before I let Andrew give his answer, I'm sure it's probably a really good answer. So what was interesting was that she said several crypto firms, right, and are cautioning. She doesn't tell you who they are. Now, keep in mind that this is the mass media, that this news media organization is owned by very powerful individuals and powerful organizations. And it is likely that there's a reason behind why they are wanting to run this kind of story now. So just be mindful of that when you see clips like this. It's really just generating a lot of fear. The guy that they had on board, he gives his answer. Let's hear what he has to say.
Andrew, thanks very much for being here. What is your take on all of this commentary about the crypto market and this potential collapse?
Potential collapse.
Yeah, great to be here again. Always love being here. Thank you so much for having us.
Very gracious.
The market is secular, right? And we're going to see down times in the market, and we're going to see up times in the market. And
That's
actually,
right.
Some of the down times in the market is where a lot of the innovation is done. One of the biggest issues in the industry is just a lack of developer talent because the industry is so new and we're waiting for the developers.
Okay, I'm just to stop right there. So what he does is brilliant. He first says, she goes on, says like, oh, it's going to collapse like the dot-com bubble. And he comes in and he goes, well, the market's cyclical. We have ups and downs. And this is actually the time when all the innovations happen. So he totally takes this like big fear-mongered introduction and turns it into like, well, we're going to be creating the best stuff there ever was now. So that's what's going on. And then he goes on to say like, well, the biggest challenge we have really is getting developer talent. And he's talking about that now, which is true. I can concur. Getting developer talent in the blockchain space is very, very difficult. It's not that we don't have enough smart people in the world. The problem is you have all the traditional tech companies that have sucked them all up. And because this is so new and because crypto is so small, there's not a lot of people that are available for that talent. And the kind of stuff we're doing, we're talking about like advanced cryptography here, folks. And there's not a lot of people in the world that honestly are very familiar with that. Yes, if you're doing something with Ethereum and you're doing things like smart contracts and that kind of thing, and then you say you do blockchain contracts, that's not the same. That's not the same. This kind of work requires ensuring that things are working correctly, and the type of developers that can do it right often are senior resources, and so it's difficult to find those kinds of people. So, but let's hear what he says. It's true that in the down market, this is like the big thing is like we're just trying to find people. So let's hear the rest of what he has to say.
So what actually happens when there is a crypto winter or a downturn is it allows these developers to aggregate into very specific verticals and very specific projects. And that's where we produce some of the best tech. We saw out of one of the downturns in 2014, we saw Ethereum, which everyone is familiar with, come out of that. We saw the downturn of 2018.
So he's backing up his argument now about
things like Avalanche, Polygon,
about how this has happened over and over again.
Come out of that. So I think that we're almost certainly going through one of those cycles now, but this is when we see the space.
Okay, just look at the stuff that they're putting on the screen while this is going on. Look at this. It's like down, 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 down. Like, you know, it's such a manipulation of the information. Instead of showing something on the screen that actually reflects the message he's giving, they're trying to like, it's almost like they sabotage it.